Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's JC here. Now, in my previous video, I spoke about the squad that Rassie announced for the Australia leg of the Rugby Championship. Now, out of that 37-man squad, I went and I selected 23 that I would choose to face the Wallabies if they were playing tomorrow. Now, it's not necessarily the best team, and I don't think this is a team that Rassie would pick. This is a team that I would pick, okay? Now, number 1, 2, and 3, 1 and 2 are obvious, Oxenchain, Malcolm Marx, okay? Now, at number 3, that's where your other props come in. Yeah, Bone Venter, Asenati, Jan Hendrik Wessels, and those guys. I went with Asenati. Okay, a lot of these guys that I've mentioned are also that I've selected are also new guys. Okay. Look, this isn't a squad I'd pick for the All Blacks. For the All Blacks, I'd go with more experienced squad. Okay. Number 4 and 5, you cannot go without Ebenezer Bet at number 4. You cannot. Okay, you cannot underestimate the Wallabies. Ebenezer Bet has the most caps as a Springbok for a reason. Number 5, there's quite a few guys. You have Loot Jager. Peter Steph du Toit can cover lock as well. There's Ruan Norkia, all those oaks. I went with Loot Jager. Loot needs to come back at some point, and he is a great lock, okay? 6 and 7, you cannot go without Khaleesi and Peter Steph du Toit. You cannot, okay? At number 8, we are quite short on depth at the moment. We have quite a few injuries. But I'd select Boks Vs. As long as he doesn't do what Jasper Visa did, headbutt the player, please don't. But I'd go with Boks Vs. Now, numbers 1 to 8, quite a bit of experience. But with your 2 newbies over there, there's enough experience to actually help them through the match. Number 9 to 15, it was a bit of a tough one. At number 9, you have Grant Williams, Kobus Reinach. That was the pick. That was the choice for me. So I went with Grant Williams. Okay. Grant Williams is currently the form number 9 for me. Look, unfortunately, I was shocked not to see Faf de Klerk in the mix, but even if he was there in the mix, I'd still choose Grant Williams. Okay. Number 10 is you had Pollard, Mani Labok, or Sasha Farberger, Ngomezulu. Now, Sasha Farberger didn't have a good match against Georgia, but I think he needed that wake-up call. Okay, so I think with the wake-up call that he got, I think it's worth picking him for this match and using Moni Labok for your other tests, okay? Now, 11 and 14. Now, normally people would go with your centers, but I went with 11 and 14 before I mentioned my centers. Because my centers, I had to think a bit. I had to think a bit to see if I would go out of the box or stay in the box. Okay. Your best center pairing would normally be Kurtley Arendse and Jaislyn Colby. But you don't want to risk injuries You don't want to pick unnecessarily. So I went with Kurtley Orange at 11, and number 14 I went with Edward van der Merwe. Keep Edward van der Merwe while his form is high. Okay. This would be a good grooming ground for him. Okay. At number 12 and 13, I would how can I put this? Conor Moody's having a crack at centre, but he missed 4 tackles against Georgia. So at 12 and 13, and you cannot have that against the Wallabies, okay? So at 12 and 13, I went with the traditional route. I'm surprised that we didn't see Lukwani selected in the squad, but maybe Rassi's looking to use him for the All Blacks. But even so, Damien Dialendi and Jesse Kriel at 12 and 13 would still be a better choice, even for the All Blacks. And number 15, you would you have a tough crack at this. You have Damian Willemse, you have Apelele Fassi, and you have Willie Leroux. Okay, Apelele Fassi is the form fullback, but I think Rassi knows this, but he still wants to use Willie Leroux on a mentoring role. Okay, and Damian Williams provides a different dimension to what Apelele Fassi also brings. Fassi brings a running game, whereas Williams brings a better kicking game. Okay, I'd go with Damian Williams for this, just for his experience, and I'd use Fassi for the Argentina leg. That's my input, and I'd use Willie for the All Black leg. Okay, now let's read on to the bench. Okay, number 16. I went, look, I'm going with the 6-2 split here. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on the bench. Number 16, Manus van der Merwe. 17, Boonventer. 18, Wessels. Jan Hendrik Wessels. 19, RG Snyman. Snyman would bring beautiful. Snyman is a beautiful player off the bench. 20, Franco Moster. 21, Jean-Luc Dupré. 22 and 23, those are my 2 back lines. Kobus Reinach provides great, if Williams is having a hard game, Reinach would have enough experience to help him off the bench. And Pollard always, when Pollard comes off the bench, he provides that extra calmness in a tight situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel and like my video. Thank you guys.